Hello friends, this is Tushar Ugle, working as assistant professor at Department of Agriculture and Technology at KKR College of Agriculture and Biotechnology. Today we will go through the one of the important method in the integrated pest management, that is the biological control. Biological control, as a definition, the destruction or regulation of or suppression of the undesirable insects or other animals or plants by introduction or encouragement or artificial increase in the natural enemy. Paul Debug scientists proposed definition in 1973 that study and utilization of the parasitoids, predators, and the pathogens for the regulation of the pest population densities. Predators are the free-living organism that feeds on the living insects and consumes more than one individuals during their lifespan. They attack on the prey, larval handle stage. For example, ladybug beetle, green lacewing, mantid, dragonfly, sweetpea fly are the good example of the predator. Parasitoid, these are insects parasite and arthropod, and that is parasitic in immature stages, killing the host in the process of development, and adults are free living. For example, Trichoderma species, Appentelis flavis, Epicrania melaleuca, Coprolitoma coileri, Chirolus black bunny, Brachyna species, wasp is example of the parasite. Parasites are the organisms which live on other organisms for getting the food and shelter. The association of parasite and host known as the parasitism. Parasite weakens or kills the host while feeding require only one of the part of one host to reach the maturity. For the ticks, lice, bedbugs, protozoa, nematodes, mosquito are the examples of the parasite. History of the biological control. The term biocontrol was firstly used by the H. S. Smith 1990. He is also referred as the father of biocontrol. Paul Debug is also one pioneer worker in biocontrol. In ancient time, the myna bird was imported from India to Mauritius to control the locust. This is very ancient example of this history in biological control. In November 1880, first well-developed well-planned successful biological control was attempted made in California. In USA, Medalia beetle, that is Rhodolia cardinalis, introduced from the Australia to control the cotton crucial scale. Pest of citrus by the scientists C.V. Riley and Albert Corbett. This is the first classical example of the biological control in history of biological control. Even the in 1898, the cosmonaut beetles, Australian ladybug beetle, Putelmus montezeri, was imported into India from the Australia to release against the coffee green scale. So this is established for the medieval predator very easily. In 1928, Appentelis mali was introduced from England to the India to control woolly aphid of the apple. The 1929 to 31 Rhodonia cardinalis, that is the common name whether beetle or the cardinal ladybird, is a species of ladybird beetle that is sometime described endemic to Australia, imported into India from the USA to control the cotton equation scale Iris purchasing on the battle trees. So thereafter the regional station of the Commonwealth Institute of Biological Control CIPC established at Bangalore. Now this is then converted into the PDVC, that is Project Director of Biological Control. Thereafter it is now National Bureau of Agriculture Important Insect Resources. So recently it is called the International Center for the Agriculture Important Insects in 2006. There are some different points, distinguishing points in true parasitoid, predator, in which they are classified as according to their size, feeding stage, number of hosts, injury to the host, activity, host specificity, suitability of the biological control, and their example. So this is very important while studying the biological control. So these are some characteristics of the true parasite, that is smaller than host. It requires the feeding stages of large adults. It required one host to complete its life cycle. Injury to the host, it may be feed without killing. So likewise, these are the distinguishing character which is very important for your examination. The characteristic of ideal parasite or qualities of an effective natural enemy. Adaptability, it should be adapted to various environmental conditions and survive in all habitats of the pest. Host specific, it should be monophagous and should be narrow host range. It should multiply faster than its host, that short life cycle with high fecundity and high female male ratio. High host searching capacity is also important to get feed on its host. Easy rearing and mass multiplication or easy culturing in laboratories should be there. disperse in quickly in locality. It should be free from the hyperparasite. It should not harmful to the other beneficial species and plant species. It should withstand the refrigeration while transportation from one place to another place. It should be small and tiny, easy to transport from one place to another place with a small packaging material. Types of parasite: the primary parasite that attacks on the crop pest, secondary parasite that insect which parasitize the primary parasite or pest is called the secondary parasite. Tertiary parasite, the parasite which attacks on the secondary parasite, the hyperparasite. All parasites that are parasite upon the other parasite are collectively known as the hyperparasites. Superparasitism, it is a type of parasitism where more individuals of the same species is being present in a single host. They can complete their development in normal way. For example, larva of pincer fly carry the tachinid fly. Multiple parasitism, it is a type of parasitism where the host is attacked by two or more species of the parasitid. That is ectoparasitid, feed externally, Vacon brevicornis, endoparasitid that feeds internally, that is Chironis blackburn. So likewise, there is uh, example of the terminologies of this parasitic insect. Methods or techniques of biological control. First is the conservation and encouragement of the indigenous natural enemy. It refers to avoid the use of those pest control measures that destroy the natural enemy, like use of heavy chemicals. It can be achieved by the use of selective insecticides which do not kill the natural enemies, and the development of the resistant strains of the parasite which is adaptable to local conditions. For example, endogramma of the resistant strain of the Trichogramma species with the Indosulfan was developed at the PDBC. Avoidance of those cultural practices which are harmful for the natural enemies, like burning of the sugarcane trashes, which avoid the damage to the natural enemy. So preservation of the inactive stages of the natural enemy. Then second one, the importation or introduction of natural enemy to new area. Natural enemy are introduced from one areas to another with a new locality. This is mainly to control the introduced pest. The organization which helpful for the finding exotic predator like Commonwealth Institute of Biological Control, TINNAP, West Indies, International Organization of Biological Control, Biological and Non-Stress Animal and Plant, that is Zurich, Switzerland, International Center for Agriculture Important Insect, that is Bangalore. Nowadays it is termed as the NBARI. So these are some institutes from which the introduction of the natural enemies can be possible to new area. Augmentation, that is it includes the activities designed for the increase the numbers or effect of the existing natural enemies. Propagation, that is the mass culturing and release of natural enemy to the increase its population. It may be two types. Inoculative release, this type of the release may be made as infrequently as once a year or season to re-establish a species of natural enemies. In the undative release, it involves the mass culture and the release of the natural enemies to suppress the pest population directly. So these are the three techniques of the biological control. Natural enemy used in the biological control. First is the predaceous insects like Crassopelma carnea used against the aphids and gessetes, Triptylium montrezeri against the mealybug, Coccinella semipunctata, that is the common ladybird beetle, feeds on the aphids, seed fly on the different insects, even Bedalai beetle on the cotton cushion scale, Diffa apidivora conavatra larvae feeds on the sugarcane woolly aphids. These are some examples of the photographs showing the predator which feeds on their host. Parasitic insect, that is the parasitid. The two parasitid, Trichogramma japonicum, parasitic the yellow stem borer of rice, Trichogramma chironis, parasite the cotton bolums and sugarcane stem borer. Larval parasitid like Brachyonchris parki, Arpanzeris aganthris used against the cotton bolums. The egg larval parasitid, that is the Copidosoma coelior and Chironis blackburn used against the potato tuber moth. Nymphal and adult parasitid, the Hypericum and Melaleuca parasite of the sugarcane pyrilla, Aphanus mad, the parasite of the apple woolly aphids. These are some examples of the parasitic insect. These are the examples of the parasitic insect. There is a large hoverfly larvae, its pupa, its adult, even the eggs of the Chrysula carni. This is the Trichogramma japonicum. Trichogramma chironis feeds on the laying the eggs in the host egg. Predatory vertebrates are there like birds, fishes, frogs, toad, wall lizards, even the snakes, which feeds in the field insect or field rats, which very control effectively with the help of the biological control. Nematode parasite, that is again The some nematode species which feeds on the insect or which damage having the capacity to damage the insect, like the DD136 is association between the nematode and that is Neoplectina carpocapsi and bacterium Acromobacter nematophilus against the coding moth and the apple. So the nematodes from the Rapidaceae family is very important to have the pest management. If pathogens, certain pathogens which are studied under these insect pathology, including the internal pathogenic fungus, viruses, bacteria, rickettsia, protozoa, and nematodes. It is very important phase of the biological control or IPM, which having very effect as such as the chemical control. Microbial control is a branch of biological control which deals with the study of utilization of the microorganisms for the suppression of the pest population density. The microbial control was firstly used by the E. S. Stenhouse in 1949, referred as the father of insect pathology, who worked on the muscardine disease of silkworm. Fungi, these are the causing the disease to insect is commonly known as the entomoebal fungus, where the entomopathogenic fungus produces the Aprosuria, which forms the conidia. Thereafter, it causes the disease by secretion of the various toxins. The green muscardine fungus, that is the Metridium anisopli, attacks on the rhinoceros beetles and most of the coleopteran. Vivaria bassiana, that is a white muscardine fungus, also causes disease to lepidopteran larvae or white grub. White halo fungus, that is known as common scientific name is Verticillium lichen, affects on the coffee green skin. These are some examples which popularly observed surrounding us. The bacteria like Bacillus papilli, Bacillus thuringiensis, and Seritia entomophila, which feeds on the grubs, and even the common lepidopteran pest was infected by the Bacillus thuringiensis Baranis kustaki. So these are some examples of the bacteria which is used against the pest management concept, pest management through the biological control. There are some viruses from the Baculoviridae family, nuclear pyrrhosis virus and Ganosis virus, which very effectively control the insect. More in which the NPV, national nuclear pyrrhosis virus like Helicobacter parmigera, nuclear pyrrhosis virus, or SLNP, that is Spodoptera luteria nuclear pyrrhosis virus, was effectively used and popularly known to all the farmers nowadays. Ganosis virus from the Chiloinfus cattle, that is sugarcane stem borer, was also important for the control of the sugarcane stem borer. So these are viruses. The protozoa, the Nosema bombaceae is the popular silkworm disease, and Pyrrhizia pyrrhosti is an European corn borer, was caused by this protozoa. The biological control of weeds is also being studied from many years. Lantana camera was effectively controlled by the Lantana acidifila, that is Agromyza lantini. Mexican beetle controlled the Parthenium strophoros. Lipiding weeds like Neochitina species feeds on the water hyacinth. So the weed control is also can be achieved through this introduction of the natural enemies over the weed. So advantages of the biological control: it completes over the large areas possible within some stipulated time. The cooperative efforts of the farmers and locality are not necessary. It is a cheap method and useful for longer time. Biological agents will survive as long as the pest is survive. So it is a density dependent factor. It is environmentally safe, causing no damage or no pollution to environment. There is no pest resistance problem occurred till the day. There are some demerits of the biological control. It slows the process and takes a long time, not suitable where the immediate control required like chemical. Effectiveness of depends on the climate. Multiplication on large scale is difficult, that is storage not possible. The work cannot be restricted to particular area. If alternate hosts are present, it may be not be give desired effect. The work of biological agents may affect due to the hyperparasitism. So these are some demerits of the biological control. The biological control methods include the predator, action of the predator, parasite, microbial insertions. Some botanicals like neem and even the Pongamia currants is also introduced for the biological control. These are some examples, photographs showing the different natural enemies, different predator, different parasites utilized for the biological control in the field. These are some parasitoids, that is people parasite Parancinaria niphenidis, Gonazalis niphenidis, larval parasitoid of the coconut early caterpillar. This is a Trichoderma species. Plant-based insecticide like neem, tobacco, chrysanthemum, berries, alba, rotinon, pongamia, mahua, custard apple, Parthenius taurus. These are the promising plant species which have the capacity to control the insect very easy. So these are some insect which is a very detriment, which cause very heavy damage to the field crops. This is microbial pesticides. Microbial pesticides which I have seen in the earlier slide. Viruses, bacteria, funguses, viruses in the nature, which is very effectively control the naturally the pest attack. So this is about the biological control and its importance and its advantages, disadvantages in the pest management. Biological control is very important aspect of the integrated pest management. So thanking for your kind attention, and this video is prepared for the educational purpose, not for the commercial purpose. Thank you.